In today's video, we're gonna be playing mono red, but with a slight twist. While I normally play Obosh, I'm adding in some even cards like KARN the Great Creator and Shatter School Smashing. The reason I'm testing KARN is because Orcish Bowmaster is everywhere. And with our big payoffs being Spyro and Fable, Bowmasters is a very difficult card to deal with. So as you can see, this list is playing a great KARN sideboard and a whole lot of removal spells, so I'm hoping this deck has some actual legs. So let's take this new version of mono red through a League of Modern and seeing if it's better than Obosh. Match 1, we are on the draw, and our hand is a little too slow, so we're going to mold this. And our 6 looks much stronger. We'll put back a Spike Field Hazard. And it looks like we're up against a Merfolk gamer. We draw a Spyro. We'll go turn 1 Mountain into a Relic. And it plays out a Mutavault into a Kicktide Shaper, making our Mountain into an Island. We top deck a KARN. We will pop our Relic. Find another Bolt. We'll shock in our Shatter Skull Smashing, and we'll bolt this now. And they play out another Tide Shaper, turning our land to an island, doing nothing else. Come on, land. Guess we'll flame slash the Tide Shaper. Gonna hold up Bolt here. And they cast out a Silvergill Adept, revealing a Lord, drawing a card, into another Cavern, and no plays from the opponent on, Bolt's not horrible. In our incept, they flash in a Hex Catcher, which we will bolt now, and they do sacrifice it. They untap, playing out their Lord, and attacking in with their Silvergill, so we will go to bolt their Lord. And looks like they have a Mana Leak. Wow, did not expect that one. So we take 3. Come on, land. Oh my gosh. And they play out another Lord, and attack in for 7, holding up what seems to be another Mana Leak. And we finally find our third land. We will play out a Spyro, but pretty sure they have a counter spell for this. And they do, so we have to scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. For sideboarding, we're going to take out 4 Relics and a KARN the Great Creator for 2 Spell Bombs, a Ratchet Bomb, and 2 Filigree Silex. Game 2, our hand is a little land light, so we got them all. And we're going to keep this and put back a KARN. We'll lead on turn 1 tap Shatter Skull. It goes turn 1 Mutavault. We top deck a land. We will play that out, passing. And they play out an island into a Vial. We draw another land. We'll play out our Blast Zone and slam our Fable. They play out a Cavernous Souls into a Sailing. We draw another land. We're going to loot away both of our lands here, finding Ragavan and a Mountain. We'll play out our Mountain, pitch cast this Fury, exiling our Ragavan, killing their Sphaloon. Then we'll attack in for 2, and we'll play out our Blood Moon, which meets a Force Negation, and they pitched a Mana Leak to do that. Interesting. They play out another Mutavault and activate 1, putting in a Lord and attacking in for 3, and we top deck a Bolt. We're going to lead on and attack their Shaman, and they go to animate their Mutavault, and this is what we kind of wanted here. Hopefully they go for a block, and we can bolt down their Master. We're going to let damage happen. After combat, bolt their Master, killing both of them, and then we'll play out our Spyro. And we're going to hold both of these. I'm going to play an Island passing. Ooh, top deck KARN. Let's slam that. Oh, maybe I should have played the land to play around Mana Leak. Not sure if that's right, though. And it just resolves. So we will play out our Shatter Skull Smashing, and then I guess we're going to tick up on nothing, passing back to the opponent. On the incept, they activate Otawara, bouncing our Kijiki, and we're going to copy our Spyro here, discarding Ratchet Bomb, drawing 2. Ooh, we find another Fable. Oh, it does nothing on their turn. Ooh, we find a Blood Moon as well. We'll play out our Blast Zone, play out Blood Moon, and in response, they activate their Mutavault. Then we'll play out a Fable, tick up with our KARN yet again, and attack in with our Spyro. And they do trade off, and it plays out another land into a Sphaloon. We find another Fable. I think these cards are good. We'll go to combat, attack in with our Shaman. No blocks from them. And I guess we will down tick with our KARN, picking up a Liquid Metal Coating, and play out double Fable. And then after that, we will play our Locomo Coating. And on their upkeep, we'll target one of their lands so they can't use it for mana. They play out a Lord into another Vial, and they attack our KARN with Sphaloon, so we're just going to chump block with our Elemental here. Find a land, and we have a bunch of triggers off Fable. We'll loot this away. I guess Spyro's good. And we'll flip a Fable, go to combat, attack with 3 Shamans, get a bunch of treasures, take out one of their lands with KARN, play out a Spyro, and play the 3rd or the 4th Fable. Yahtzee! Yeah, I guess we'll kill their Lord now, and we can even pay for the ward, because why not? Wow, they're going for an attack on us. And we do just have lethal in the crackback. Yeah, they concede. Yeah, and they end up conceding, so let's take out a KARN for a Magus. A risky hand for game 3, and I think I'm fine keeping it, though. Turn 1 Mutavault again. Interesting. Oh, please, give me lands. Don't do it like this deck. Play out an Ottawa doing nothing else. Come on, land. Ugh, why am I so unlucky? You do run quite a few lands in this deck, so I feel like I have been getting kind of unfortunate here. They have Counter Spell? Oh my. Well, we don't have the land, so we're just gonna pass, holding up double Bone Crusher. Nothing from the opponent. Interesting. And Chalice on 1? Huh? Sure. Land? No. Chalice? Boo. Back with Ragavan. I'm afraid of Force Negation here, so I'm actually gonna play out a Spyro here instead of a Blood Moon, even though the game would just end if we slam a Blood Moon and it resolves. So let's pitch Blood Moon and Bolt for obvious reasons. And we do find a land, thankfully. And opponent does find an island. Let's go. Huge play from the opponent. Huge. We find a mountain. We will attack in with the team. Wow, they flash in a Hex Catcher. Killing Ragster. All right, well, let's slam a Blood Moon. Hope that resolves. If not, it's a nice hymn. Yep, and we do end up Hymn-to-Torocking them. They have to pitch a Master and cast the Force. An opponent slams a Sphaloon on land. KARN, the Great Creator. Not bad. We'll attack him with our Spyro. And no blocks from them, so we'll slam our Fable. They play out an island and attack him with Sphaloon. We will not block. We do find a land here. We're going to loot away the Silex and a Bone Crusher. We'll attack in with our 2/2s, getting a treasure. And looks like they're activating Immutable block here. Killing our Shaman, interesting. That's fine. We will play out our KARN, which meets a Mana Leak. That's fine. So after that, we will pitch cast our Fury, killing their Sphaloon. And this game seems all but over. On untap, slam an Akira, and we find another Fable. Yeah, we're just attacking in with Spyro here. No block. Then we will play out a Fable. And nothing from the opponent. So on the end step, we will fire off a Stomp on them. And opponent scoops it up. Let's get on to match number 2. Match 2, we're on the play against a Gigantha deck, and we will keep our 7. We'll go turn 1 Din into a Ragster. Ooh, Tron. How's it going? Find a Bolt, we'll attack him with the Rag. Getting a Relic, but we're going to play Blast Zone into a Fable. They cycle their star. Play out a Tower of Power into a Scrying. And looks like they have Tron lined up for next turn. Mountain for us, we will loot away that and a Fury. No dice on a Blood Moon. Attacking with the team. Give us something good off their top. A Tower, no dice. So let's play land into a Bone Crusher. They play out a Mine into a Sphere. Means I don't think they have anything too busted. And they play out a Stirrings, picking up another Sphere. Wow, they're playing it out. Looks like nothing too good for them. Cycling for a green. Playing out another Sphere. Yes, more green. Into a Relic. All right. Popping Relic. I think we have the win here. I might be wrong though. And yeah, I'm counting 15 damage. So I think we have this all rolled up. We even find a Blood Moon just for extra measure. We'll play out our Blast Zone, animate our Din, attack in with everything. Yep, and they're down to 2. We exile a KARN as well, just the cherry on top, and then we'll bolt them, taking it down. So let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 2 relics for Magus and a Pithy Needle. Game 2, our hand's too slow, so we're going down to 6. And our 6 is definitely weak, but opponent's on a mold of 5. I'm going to keep this and put back a mountain. And opponent ends up going all the way down to 4. A triple bolt. All right, we'll go turn 1 Rag. Opponent goes turn 2 Besage You. Great look for us. And a Blood Moon off the top. You can't even make this up. Please don't kill it. No, stop. No. All right, well, no turn 2 Blood Moon for us, but we'll play out our Relic. Opponent plays a Forest, and on the end step, we will pop Relic. Finding a tapped land, not great. Blast Zone is not horrible, but we're going to play out a tapped Hazard. And I don't think we want to play Blood Moon anytime soon because they're not close to Tron anyways. Land go from the opponent. Looks like we're joining them. They cast out a Scrying, picking up a Tower. Spyro for us. Play Blast Zone into a Blood Moon. I'm pretty certain they have a Besage You in hand, so I'm pretty happy with this line regardless. Yeah, and they do. So we will pick up a mountain, and they play out a map, so it looks like they do have Tron here. And on the end step, we're going to fire off double bolt at base, and another Spyro off the top for us, so let's bolt them again, play out a Spyro, and we pick up a Shatter Skull, which we will play out and play another Spyro. Pretty good turn for us, but not the best draws. And on our end step, they do pick up the Tron piece. All right, they have a bunch of mana. Let's see what can happen here. Oh gosh, no. Ulamog. All right, I sadly think we're going to lose this to opponent on a mold of 4. Fable off the top is not horrid. We'll play that and pass back. Opponent cast out a Sylvan Scrying, picking up a Blast Zone into a Haywire Might. Yeah, and they sack it, taking out our Fable, and at this point, we just have no way of winning now, so we'll scoop it up and get on to game 3. Game 3, our hand, again, just too weak, no moon effects. And this 6 is much stronger. We'll put back a mountain. And opponent is on a mold of 5. We'll go turn 1 mountain into a Rag. They go turn 1 Power Plant into a Sphere. Fury's on a bad draw. We'll attack him with Rag. Finding a Stirrings. I don't think that's worth it, so we'll play out our Fable. They crack their Sphere, play out a Mine into a Scrying. And another land for us. We're gonna pitch Spikefield Hazard and Ragavan. Ugh, not good draws. We'll attack in. Finding an O-Stone. Don't think that's better than just slamming Fury, though. Opponent plays out a Tower into a KARN. Taking out our Fury makes sense. Flame Slash, not great. Yeah, we're just attacking the opponent here. Finding Haywire Might, not horrible. We'll play that. And bolt their KARN. Oh no, forced into Ugin. Yikes. Yep, and they'll -3, which isn't horrible. Magus off the top. Not a great pickup. We'll dash out our Ragavan and attack them, I think. Finding a 7-mana KARN, which does not help us. So we will just pass back. They took up their Ugin, taking out our Might. Then they play out a Stirrings. Oh gosh, they reveal Ulamog. No, they even have a Tower. Yeah, and looks like we're going to be losing this match. Yeah, they take out 2 lands, and we'll see what we top deck, but I don't think there's anything we can find. Yep, and we just find a land. Gotta say GG's in chat, but let's get on to match number 3. Match 3, we again have no lands, so we'll get a mole. And our 6 does look much better. We'll put back a redundant relic. Oh gosh, another Tron opponent. Oh, great top deck. These are some nice mountains they're playing out. Another Ragman off the top. We will attack in. We exile a Tron piece, and we're going to play a nice, tasty Blood Moon. And it looks like opponent searches up another mountain. They play out a mine into a talisman and an expedition map. I guess we're up against Blue Tron, but little does our opponent know we have a Karn the Great Creator coming. We'll attack in for 2, taking out a Remand, and then we're going to play out our land and slam a Karn. Yeah, our opponent's definitely going to be crying right now. I would be so sad. Let's down tick, and I guess we're picking up a Coding. Yep, there's the concession. Let's get on to sideboarding. Again, taking out 2 relics for a Pythian Needle and a Magus. Game 2, our starter is way too weak. Got 'em all. And this is much stronger. We'll put back a mountain. Oh, it goes turn 1 Tron. Find another Ragavan, so let's play one of them. They play out a tower into a talisman. Another land for us. We will attack in for 2. Yep, and they fire off Dismember on our Rag. So let's play out our second Ragavan and a tapped land. Natural Tron and a talisman. Wish I was this good. Are the Great Creator for the opponent. Find in an Engineered Explosives. Interesting pickup. We find a Bone Crusher. We'll attack in. They pop the EE, which is fine. We'll play out our Shinka, pitch cast Fury, taking out their Karn, and then slam our Spyro. Not great draws. Opponent fires off a Thirst for Knowledge, pitching Repeal and a Gemstone Cavern, playing out a map, finding an island, playing it out. Another land for us. We will attack in for 3. When they fire off another Thirst on our end step, discarding land Dismember. Opponent repeals our Elemental, plays out a Might Slaver. Oh god. All right, let's just see what they do. No, I'm conceding. Whatever. Let's get on to game 3. And for game 3, we're going to take out 2 Flame Slashes for 2 Pyrite Spell Bombs. Game 3, our starter's a little weak here. And this is also not a great hand, but I will keep putting back a Fury. We'll go turn 1 Mountain into a Rag. Opponent goes turn 1 Power Plant. We top deck Fable. Great draw. Come on, please connect Ragavan. Please. No! So Darude. So let's play out our Blast Zone. They play out a Banamu. We find another land. We'll play out our Fable. Please, no counterspell. No. No. No! Oh, this opponent is so condescending. Yeah, looks like we might lose again to the Tron player. They double bottom there. Mismatching Power Plants. Interesting decision. Spyro, great top deck. We gotta wait a turn on that one. And on our end step, they fire off a Thirst, pitching a Mindslaver. They go tapped Hall into an Expedition map. We find a land. We will play out our Den, and then slam our Spyro. Please resolve, please. And in response, they crack their map, so meaning this will resolve. Nice. And we might as well just play out Relic here. They play out a Mine into an Expedition map. We find a mountain. We'll play that out. Activate Den. 4 attacks, they crack the map and dismember our Den of the Bugbear, so we will float a mana and pop Relic with it. And in response to that, they repeal an Elemental. Sure. Ooh, Blood Moon off the top. We'll attack in for 3. Please do not kill us this turn. They play out a Tron piece into the One Ring. That is fine with us. Then cast out an Expedition map, cracking it right away, finding an Academy, and then playing out a Karn. I think we're actually going to be okay here. Ticking up on the One Ring for defense. Yeah, we got to play out our Blood Moon, and I guess we will play out our Ragavan. Passing back to the opponent. Opponent plays out a Mountain. They activate the One Ring, drawing a card. Play out a Talisman. Then they down tick Karn, picking up an EE, playing it on 1, and passing back. All right, we find a Spike Field Hazard. Let's lead on a Bone Crusher to the Karn. Then we'll go to combat Ragavan face, Elemental face, and Spyro to Karn. So they pop EE, going our Ragavan, and Karn falls. They go down to 8. Then we'll play out our Bone Crusher, and that does meet a Condescend. Unfortunate. They activate One Ring again, playing out a Gemstone. And they play out a 3/3 Walking Ballista. Come on, good spell. Lightning Bolt. Oh, that's huge. Huge, 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 huge. Let's attack face. They ping down our Elemental token, and looks like they're trying to trade here with the Spyro, and they do. So let's just fire off this bolt upstairs, and then fire off a Spike Field. And I think we're actually going to steal this game somehow. Yes, we do. Let's go. Match number 4. Here we come. Match 4, we're on the draw, and hand does look bad, but it does have 2 lands, so I think we're keeping. Opponent goes turn 1 Verdant. Last one off the top, great draw. We'll go turn 1 Spike Field. They fetch out a Swamp, interestingly enough. Oh, are we up against the Rock? Wall of Roots. No, this is Yawg. Another Blast Zone for us. We will play that out. Then we'll play out our Relic. They play out a Colony Garden into a Strangleroot, attacking us for 2. Another land off the top. I'm going to go for a little bit of a risky play here. Play out our Fable and hope they don't have a Yawg next turn. This means that if we attack with our Fable token, we're going to be up to 5 mana and can can go Karn into a Pithy Needle on Yawg. Ah, they do have the Yawg, unfortunate. And they do sacrifice their Strangleroot, guys, so in response, we will try and activate Relic, getting rid of it, but they do have a fetch. They sacrifice a creature, putting a counter on Strangleroot. Then they sacrifice Strangleroot, killing our Shaman, and then attack in for 3. Blood Moon off the top does not help us, so we're gonna get rid of Blood Moon and a Karn. Ugh, again, not great draws here. We'll play out another Relic, and I think we're just gonna hold up Bolt here. They play a Forest into a Strangleroot, then attacking with the team, so let's Bolt down the Strangleroot. And in response to this, they proliferate, flipping our Fable now. I guess they want to sack this to put a -1 on it, I guess that makes sense. And they sacrifice their Strangleroot, guys, putting a counter on our Reflection. And we will go for a block on their Strangleroot. This is pretty forced play anyways. And they sacrifice the Strangleroot, putting a counter on our Reflection, so we will activate both of our relics. And then we will pop one of our relics, exiling the Strangleroot that's in the yard. Finding Bone Crusher, not a bad pickup. And nothing else from the opponent. We find a land drop off the top. We will play out our Karn, down tick for a Pithy Needle, and play that out. Naming Yawgmoth. So it goes to combat, attacking our Karn, putting it down to 1. And after combat, they flash in a Bowmasters, killing our Karn. And nothing else from the opponent. Find another Bone Crusher. We will play out our Fable, and then pass back. And on our end step, they flash in another Bowmasters, shooting us for 1. And still on our end step, they cord for 4. Oh my gosh. This is in their deck. Yikes. That is terrifying. They play out a Halfling into a Dried Arbor. All right, we need a Fury, and we need it like yesterday. Opponent's attacking in with everything here. So we're going to take out a Bowmasters and Bone Crusher another. Oh, they have the third Bowmasters. Wow. All right, I don't know how we win this game, but it involves keeping this Goblin Shaman alive. So let's stomp this Bowmasters. Oh, and never mind. We're just down to 2. I completely forgot. Well, we got to scoop it up because Shieldred will kill us in the upkeep. So let's go down to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Ragavan for Pithy Needle, Stonebrain, and 2 Pyrite Spell Bombs. Game 2, our 7 looks quite strong. We'll lead on turn 1 Mountain into a Relic. An opponent goes Blooming Marsh into a Yawgmoth. We are fully going to capitalize on this. We're going to play out our land, Bone Crusher the Yawgmoth, and exile with our Relic. They play out a Peatland into a Walroot. Ooh, baby, another land. So we will play it out and slam our Blood Moon. And nothing from the opponent. What the? Fable off the top for us. We will play that and play one of our lands. Again, nothing. Yes. I think we're happy with our hand here, so let's not loot. We'll attack in with our Shaman, and they do make a block. So after combat, we will bolt the wall, play out a Bone Crusher, and pass back. And opponent scoops up because they only have mountains. Let's go. Game 3. For game 3, we're going to take out a Karn for a Magus. Game 3, we really want to land, but hand looks perfect other than that. And opponent's on a mold of 4. We take those. Opponent goes turn 1 Colony Garden. We top deck a Pirate Spellbomb. We'll slam that. Land go from the opponent. The Needle off the top. We take that as well. Let's name Yawgmoth. And actually, I think I'm going to name Grist. That's more of a concern for me. Opponent shocks and then over to passing. Let's cycle this Spellbomb. Finding land. Great draw. We play at our Ramanop, and we'll play a Blood Moon. And they float some mana in response. Not sure why. Ah, they have a Boseiju. That's fine for us. And at this point, if we even find another land, I just don't imagine they could possibly win. They play out a Halfling, passing back. They play out a Halfling, and on their end step, we will bolt it. Bone Crusher for us. So let's fire it off, killing their plant token. But we do find a Relic off the top. We will play that into a Bone Crusher. And they do take this opportunity to take out our Pithy Needle, which makes me think that was the right name. Yeah, and they do play a Grist, so I feel good about that. Going over our Hapatra, making a 1/1. Land. No! We will Bone Crusher down the insect, kill their Grist, and then play out a Spellbomb. Opponent plays out a Yawgmoth, and on the end step, we will cycle. Oh, never mind. Guess we'll move on to match number 5. Match 5, we are on the play, and this hand is a little weak, but I will keep. We'll lead on into another Bugbear, holding a Bolt. Opponent shocks in a Blood Crypt, passing back, and we find a Shatter Skull smashing. We'll play out a Mountain. They play out a Swamp, passing. We draw a Karn. We'll play out our land and play out our Fable. Pretty certain we're up against Scam here. And on our end step, they push our token, and the opponent responds with a Castle into a Fable of their own, and we top deck a Bolt. We'll loot away our Shatter Skull smashing and a Bolt. And not the best pickups in the world. We will stomp their Goblin, and then play out Blast Zone. They discard a Feign Death and a Croxa, and then play out a Bloodstained Mire. Then they dash out a Ragavan, attacking in, and we will Spikefield Hazard this. We top deck a Shinka, flipping our Reflection. We'll play out our Shinka, and then play out our Bone Crusher Giant. Passing back, holding up our Bolt. Then they evoke out a Grief, pitching a Thoughtseize. And they do take our Bolt, and then Feign Death their Grief, which means they will also take our Karn. And we top deck Relic, not horrible. We'll play out our land, and pop our Relic, and we find another land. So we will copy our Bone Crusher and attack in. And no blocks from them, they're down to 7. Oh, they have a Fury. Unfortunate. Killing our Reflection. And no attacks from them. We'll crank up our Blast Zone to 2. We top deck a Ragavan, not a great draw. And we're going to pass back to the opponent. They untap, copying their Fury, killing our Bone Crusher, and attacking for a few points of damage. And then they play out another Fable. So if we find a removal spell, we might be able to win this game. So on the end step, we will sack our Ramanop, dealing 2 damage to the opponent. And we do find a Bolt. And there's no way that we can have lethal here. So I guess we're just going to go for Activate Din and attack in. Hope they don't see the line of blocking. Yep, and they do block our our 3/2, and sadly we have no way of surviving here, so we gotta scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. For sideboarding, we're gonna take out 4 Blood Moon for the 1 ring, Tomod's Crypt, and 2 Pyrite Spellbombs. Ooh, this is definitely a risky hand here. I don't think that we can keep this. We're gonna go down to 6. And this looks much stronger. We'll keep and get rid of our Pyrite Spellbomb and lead on turn 1 Mountain. It goes turn 1 Swamp into a Thoughtseize, and they do take our 1 ring. We find another Blast Zone. We'll play out one of them, holding up Bone Crusher. And looks like opponent's passing back. We won't do anything. We find another Bone Crusher. We'll play out our Ramanop passing. They play out a Swamp into Dauthi. And on the end step, we will Bone Crusher this. And in response, they do Feign Death this. We find a Pyrite Spellbomb. We will play it out and then play our Bone Crusher from exile. They play out Tap Cliffs into attack for 4. Ooh, that is a good draw. Yeah, we'll play that out. And we are gonna down tick. Not sure what we're grabbing though. Yeah, and we'll pick up a Walking Ballista and attack the opponent for 4. They have Orcish Bowmasters though. Interesting, they shoot the Karn, then jump block our Bone Crusher. And on our end step, they push our Bone Crusher. They play out a Swamp into a Fury, taking down our Karn, and attacking for 5. Flame Slash off the top is fantastic. We will fire off our Flame Slash, taking out the Fury. Then we will play out a Walking Ballista, king the Dauthi for 1, and then sack the Spellbomb to finish it off. And the board state's pretty clear. I think we're okay. They play a land into another Dauthi, attacking it for 1. And we find a Ragavan, which we will dash out, and we will connect. Ooh, exiling Kroxa. Pretty happy to get rid of that one. And then we'll fire off a Stomp on the Dauthi, and no attacks from the opponent. We top deck a Bolt. We will fire that off on the Bowmasters. They have a Feign Death, unfortunate. Then we'll play out our Bone Crusher Giant and our Ragavan. If they top deck a Fury, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh my god. No, are you serious? That's so, oh my goodness. I don't even think we have a chance now. That was literally just like unbeatable. I will say, I think this matchup comes down to how many Furies you can draw, and we have not drawn any, and our opponent has drawn like 4 in 2 games. And we top deck a Flame Slash, which does nothing. There's nothing we can Flame Slash. We can't double spell, so it seems like our opponent has us here. Well, I definitely wanted to try out Karn instead of the 1 ring in the main deck, but I just don't think Karn's very good in this list. We also did have a lot of mana issues, but we are on like 23 lands, so I'm kind of shocked that that happened. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.